Alrighty, this is chapter 7, day 2. We're learning another rule today. It's multiplying powers with the same base. Multiplying powers with the same base. So this property is when you multiply like bases, you add the exponent. So the base here, you can see these are both x's. When you multiply like bases, you add the exponents. Multiply like bases, you add the exponents. And then we know from yesterday, anything to the power of 0 is 1. And to get rid of a negative exponent, you make it positive by moving it to the other side. So on number 1, we have 4 times 2, which would just be 4 times 2, which is 8. And then v to the, when you multiply like bases, they're both v's, you add the exponent. So 2 plus 1 would be 3. 8v to the third is simplest form. So number 2, you multiply the numbers like normal. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. When you multiply like bases, all these r's, you add the exponent. So negative 2 plus negative 2 is negative 4, plus negative 3 is negative 7. All right, so then from yesterday, we can't have negative exponents, so we move. So we'd have 24 on top. It'd be r to the positive 7 on the bottom in the denominator. So number 3, 4 times 4 is 16. X squared times x cubed. When you multiply like bases, you add the exponents. So 2 plus 3 is 5. Number 4, we have a 2, right? It'd be like invisible 1 times 2, so we have 2. X to the, when you multiply like bases, you add the exponents. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. Well, anything to the power of 0 is 1, so it cancels. So we're just left with 2. So now we have 3 things that we're looking for. The 2 from yesterday, anything to the power of 0 is 1. To get rid of a negative exponent, you make it positive and move it. And when you multiply like bases, you add the exponents. So we can see on number 5, we have a 4, we have an x, but we're multiplying 2 groups of y's. So when you multiply like bases, you add the exponents, and 3 plus 3 is 6. Number 6, 3 times 3 would be 9. We have 1 group of x's, x to the negative 4. Well, we've got 2 groups of y's, right? So 4 plus negative 1 is 3. But this is not simplest form because I see a negative exponent that I have to move. So I'd have 9y cubed over x to the power of 4. Number 7, numbers. I've got 2 times 2, which is 4. Here's x's, and here's x's. I've got 3 groups. When I multiply like bases, I add the exponents. So 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 3 is 10. Y to the, I've got y's here and y's there, so 2 plus 4 is 6. So I have 4x to the 10, y to the 6. Number 8, first thing I see, x to the power of 0 is not doing anything. I'm going to cancel that out. So I have 3. I've got 1 group of x's, x squared. But then I've got y's here and there that I'm multiplying. This y has an invisible 1. So y to the negative 4 plus 1 is negative 3. Not done. Can't have negative exponents, so I'd have to move the y's. So I'd have 3x squared over y to the power of 3. When you multiply like bases, of course, I did that again. When you multiply like bases, you add the exponent. So number 9, I can see 4 times 3 is 12. I've got 2 groups of a's. So negative 1 plus 2 is 1. Typically, we don't write an exponent of 1. I've got 2 groups of b's that I'm multiplying. So negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. So I'd move my negative exponent. So I'd have 12a on top, b to the invisible 1 on bottom. 10, 4 times 4 is 16. QRST, UV, oh, those are out of order. Typically, to be proper, I put my u's first. So u to the 4 plus 4 is 8, and then I have v. That is done. 11, don't overthink of it. You have, think of it, think it. You have 4y squared times x. Really, it's just out of order. You'd have 4x y squared. And lastly, 12, I see a power of 0, so that's gone. I have 2u, here's u's and here's u's. Negative 1 plus negative 3 is negative 4. Then I have the v to the negative 1. So I'm going to have to move the u's and the v's. So 2 stays. It'd be u to the positive 4 on bottom, v to the positive invisible 1. So that's the rule today that we have to combine with the ones from yesterday. When you multiply like bases, you add the exponents. Have a great day.